Hey, worked first time. That never happens. Good evening, Quentin. Can you hear me, mate?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Excellent. I can't see you, but I can hear you, and that's a good thing. So for those playing at home, welcome to the last Cryllionaire crypto group chat of this series. I think this is our number 7th. I put it in originally at 6 or 7 meetings just to see what would happen. And we've come a long way. We've come a very long way. So hopefully you've learned lots of things and kept lots of notes, and I'm filling my notepad up as we speak. So, mate, what have you learned this week? We missed you last week.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just sort of holding at the moment, waiting for my account to come good again.
Yep.
Doing. But I've been playing with the Brave browser. Have you heard of that one?
No. Recently I've seen DuckDuckGo, but I haven't seen Brave. What does it do?
Brave is like it's like Chrome, but it also links in with cryptos and stuff as well.
Okay.
So, and it's very fast.
Yeah. Is it using blockchain technology for browsing, or?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
It looks like this.
Okay.
I've only been playing with it for a week, but it uses basic, what is it, basic something or other.
Yeah.
The bat one. So this is what it looks like.
Okay.
So just this week, it's blocked 188 trackers, blocked a whole bunch of ads.
Wow.
And it's meant to be a lot faster than Chrome.
Yeah.
But it links in with it's linking in with a lot of crypto stuff. So.
Right. Yeah, the other ones I've seen, like DuckDuckGo and Tor and Onion, and these ones are more with security, so that people can't track you and can't tell where you are.
So it does all that as well.
Yeah.
But it has a payment platform included in it that uses cryptos.
Oh, okay. That's so good to know.
I think it's basic intention, and it's BAT, B-A-T.
Yeah.
So they have an affiliate program, so you can sell stuff and get paid and stuff all through cryptos.
Wow.
That's quite good.
Sounds very cool. Oh, I've just lost video for a second. Can you still see me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. There we go. Screen just went black. Make sure I've got power. Yes, I have got power. Okay, so I've done a little bit of homework this week. I've got my Bitcoin. Thank you for sending that through the mail. You got your little Boston coin watch. Yeah. Excellent. JT has phoned in to say that he's in a meeting tonight, so he'll be watching this later. And before I go into my stuff, what else have you been? Anything?
Yep.
You don't have any new coins, Quentin?
No, because I bought 50 coins back in December.
Yep.
So they've all dropped, and they're all it's about 10% off being what it was in December. So.
Right.
I'm just holding and waiting.
Yeah. I sent out an update the other day with the Boston coin, with the portfolio there, and obviously, Bitcoin went down by 40–50% sort of December, January. Ethereum went down by 20 to 30%, but some of the coins that we're actually holding there went up by 120, 130%. Which was good. It sort of balanced out the portfolio, and that's the idea of having, a few dozen coins in your portfolio.
Yeah.
And obviously, for picking the good ones when you can, and for those people who haven't watched the previous couple of calls, I'll need to go back and check out Quentin's spreadsheet where you can actually rank the coins by liquidity and by their rating on CoinGecko, and also the coin process that we use, checking out the 4-stage process to make sure you access the good ones.
And my sort of top 4 coins have been Neo,
Yep.
Ethereum, OMG, and ZEC.
Okay, ZEC I know is Zcash.
Yep.
Neo is the Chinese contender to Ethereum.
Yeah.
Seems to be a little bit better than Ethereum by a few of the reviews that I've read.
And it's been holding very well.
Yeah. So Neo, ZEC, Ethereum, and what was the 4th one? Sorry.
OMG, Amicio.
Right.
It's the Thailand one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's also holding very well as well.
I thought it was just the initials for "Oh my God," but
well, it is
obviously.
But it's it's called what is it called? Amicio Go, OMISE Go.
Okay, I'll need to check that one out.
The one they use in Thailand a lot, evidently.
Yeah,
it's holding really well as well.
Okay, yeah, I've been very busy the last week with the Boston coin portfolio and setting up overseas corporations and things like that, and getting marketing in US and London and Bali. And I've just got a few coins I've written down to have a look at, which is WePower, which I thought at first it was like Power Ledger, where you can actually sell your solar power to other people peer-to-peer rather than going through the electricity company. But it looks more like what WePower is doing is actually selling you tomorrow's electricity today. So you can jump in and you can buy, like $500 worth of WePower. And then you can say, look, I'm going to use that in 2016 or something like that. That's my understanding of it. So, if you find out differently, correct me if I'm wrong. But prepaying for your electricity, because electricity seems to go up by about 10 or 20% per year. So you can buy it now and then use it later. It's probably also a good idea to get into something with petrol if you're into that sort of space. The other one I looked at is Referium, REFEREUM, Credits, CREDITS, BABB. I can't even remember what they do, but I've written them down to have a check at them when I've got a free minute. ArcBlock, Arc with a C. Fintrux, FINTRUX. Metronome is the other one. Play to Live and Medical Chain. Last one is Socify or Socify, SOCIFI, and that's another one similar to Steam, where it's a social network, similar to Facebook. But obviously Facebook's making money off of us. We supply the content, they make money off the ads, whereas Steam and Socify actually pay you for creating content. So you got really cute pictures of your dogs or your kids or whatever, old lady falling downstairs, and you post it on there, and the more people who actually see it and upvote it and like it, then you actually get paid for that. So some very interesting things coming out, and I've seen a huge backlash against Facebook after Facebook banned the ads for cryptos, because yes, there were some scammers, maybe 5% scammers in amongst the crypto community, but there's also scammers in the weight loss community. There's also scammers in pretty well every industry that you can name. But by banning a brand new industry that's just sort of starting to come out and a lot of people are getting behind, Facebook has upset a lot of people. So I've seen more activity on Twitter and VK and Steemit and Medium than I've seen for many, many years. So that's pretty amazing. I'm thinking, Facebook might need to get their stuff together, otherwise they're going to actually lose a lot of people. And it seems to be the maybe sort of 30 to 50 demographic who are mostly looking for ICOs. So that's kind of the demographic which is going to leave Facebook or spend less time on Facebook in any case. I know I've been spending
people don't use Facebook anyhow. They say it's for oldies.
Right. So they might be going over to these other ones where they actually get paid $1 every time they post something. Yeah, but I know I've spent less time on Facebook, and to do the research on the coins, I've had to be on different things and on Telegram and different communities, learning about different things. So I'm hoping someone who's listening to this call is actually writing down the ones that we talked about and going to do their own research on them and find out. As I said, I released all of the coins that, or the top 25 coins I think that that Boston had last week or in the last couple of days. But those were plays that we had, a few weeks ago. So people can actually see, what I've been buying. And also, obviously, these ones are the ones that I'm looking at the moment. I haven't actually decided on these ones. So, as far as future video chats go, I think I'll probably do them on a case-by-case basis, but I will be spending more time in research and more time running the portfolio for the Boston coin, and then sending out a report at the end of every month saying this is what I've bought and this is what I've sold. Because I think pretty well everybody on this call, like when we started, there was a lot of people who didn't know what exchange to use, didn't know what wallet to use, didn't know how to set themselves up. And mostly we've solved all of those problems. So most of the people are actually able to do that now, which is good, good progress going from zero to actively trading within 6 weeks. So congratulations to you, if that's you. And yeah, I think that's pretty all we need to do, mate. Everybody's off and running, and they can invest into the things that they need to invest into and find out where to go. I'll still be updating the Cryllionaire website as I learn new things. I think there's a couple more exchanges that I put on this week, and a couple more coins that I put on this week, but certainly slowing down on that. I was doing like 5 or 6 a week. Now it's sort of maybe 1 or 2 when I find the new information. So diverting more of my energy into my actual, day-to-day coaching business, and also doing the Boston coin, which I'm hoping if I can do that sort of 1 day a week, that'll be a nice little profitable hobby, I guess. I'm buying and holding rather than actively trading, buying at 9 and selling at 10. That's sort of crazy way to get your blood pressure through the roof. But if you're buying a good quality coin that you've checked out all the fundamentals behind it, it should be like a good stock portfolio where you can check on it, maybe once a week, once a month, and it's still doing the right thing. There was one I think we talked about last week that was actually paying dividends. Can't remember the name of that one. It's definitely on the Cryllionaire site, so you can find that one. It's paying dividends. 7% of their profits get paid out every quarter. So rather than just holding onto the coin and thinking, if it goes up, it goes up; if it goes down, it goes down. This is more like a stock market holding or a property holding, where you can actually hang on to it and receive income every few months. So you can hold on to that one for the longer term. And I think it's good that there's, a lot of the coins have turned up. The scammy ones have turned up on deadcoins.com. A few weeks ago, there was almost like 2,500, almost 3,000 coins. And earlier this week, or what's today, Monday, a couple of days ago when I checked, there was between 1,500 and 2,000. So it seems like a lot of the dodgy coins have left the market, which is good. And the good ones that are staying in there are starting to obviously focus on bringing value, and the value behind giving a return to investors rather than just a capital gain if it goes up or if it goes down, but also sharing some of their profits as well, which I think is a great idea, and that'll bring a lot of stability to the market. And when you're looking at buying a property, or when you're looking at buying a share, you look at how much am I actually getting as a payment, as a annual payment or a monthly payment or whatever, and that will dictate the price. Now, obviously, all things being equal, with 2 properties, the one that's paying the higher rent should be worth more than the one that's paying a lower rent.
And like Neo pays a dividend in gas.
Right.
I think I don't know whether you call it a dividend or what it is, but
yeah. Well, until we get a better term for it, it pays an income.
Yeah, because it's sort of giving me what, $50 or $60 as a bonus.
Yeah. No, it's good when they do that. It encourages you to hold on to them for longer as well. So yeah, I think Ripple is the one that pays an income. What was it called? Dramata. Or Dorador, I can't remember. It starts with a D anyway. It's on the Cryllionaire site, and they're basically looking at drone delivery, and drone delivery for pizzas and taking on these little scooters. You see the Foodora and Uber Eats and Deliveroo and that sort of stuff, and they say that the drone can actually deliver it twice as quickly because it doesn't need to stop for red lights or for traffic, and it's about 1/6 of the cost of having a courier do it. And even the last mile, like when you buy something from Amazon that ships out to the website, to the warehouse, sorry, they do that in bulk. There's thousands of orders turn up at the warehouse or thousands of orders turn up at the post office, and then some guy on a bike has to actually do the last mile. And this is where they actually employ these drones to do it for much cheaper than the cost of using humans. And they actually do pay out a share of the profits to the people who are holding the coins. So yeah, I just can't find the name there, but it's the one with a D, and I've written about it on the Cryllionaire website. I think we also talked about Steemit and Leroy, which at the moment, Steemit and Medium are probably the two biggest competitors for Facebook, and Leroy the biggest competitor for Twitter at the moment. Not only do you get paid for posting content, but because you do have to pay a couple of cents for posting content, there's a lot less spam and a lot less automated robots and things like that. Because I think about 25% to 30% of the users on Twitter are actually robotic accounts. I'm not sure what the stats are for Facebook, but you can pretty well see that they're artificially intelligent. They will follow you, they'll reply to you, they'll like your posts and things like that, and there's really nobody there. So
what's Boston? You keep talking about Boston, but I'm not too sure what it is.
Yeah, this is the coin where I'm actually doing the trading using that 4-step coin process, which I've adapted from my trading in financial planning and in the stock markets. So this is a partnership which we've set up, and basically it's a portfolio of coins and stocks. So we're looking at up to the top 200 of the coins, and up to the top 200 of the technology stocks. So I mean, years ago we had MySpace was #1, but then Facebook took over, and I don't know who's going to win the battle with the coins, whether Neo is going to beat Ethereum or whether Bitcoin Gold is going to beat the original Bitcoin. But with the stocks, obviously, we can invest into the guys who make the motherboards and the guys who make the underlying technology, the hardware, the storage devices and things like that, as well as looking at the top coins and fighting those out. So rather than, with some people, they've got, like, I've bought some Bitcoin, I've bought some Ethereum, I've bought some Neo, but they don't have enough money to invest in a portfolio of 30 to 50 different coins. So that's why they can just buy the one Boston coin. It's like an exchange traded fund or an ETF. It's like a managed fund or a mutual fund. And they can just buy one coin and access to, a couple of hundred different coins in there. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's actively managed because there's no real index. There's indexes obviously for the stock market, but there's no index for the coins. You can basically buy one coin and you've got access to returns from dozens and dozens of them, and you can still trade it as quickly and easily as you trade Bitcoin. This has come out of my trading. I'm more high risk because I understand markets. I've been in the markets for 25 years. There's other people who are more low risk, and they just don't have the time. And so I've been managing some coin portfolios for a number of people. And it started to get a bit sort of onerous when I've got this person on this exchange, this person on this exchange, this person on this exchange. And just when I'm going to combine all of it and issue coins rather than individual accounts, and have it set up that way. So
is it American?
Well, I'm Australian, obviously, but Boston Coin is incorporated in Delaware, as millions and millions of companies are incorporated in Delaware because they're favourable for tax and international, and they're favourable
incorporated in Delaware.
There you go. We're in good company. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's a good project. I think, again, bringing stability to the market. And certainly, you know, I was in financial planning when managed funds and compulsory superannuation first started. And that certainly brought a lot of stability to the stock market, because, you know, with a managed fund, you have to be invested in the market whether you like it or not. And so on days like, you know, September 11, when the stock market crashed, the fund managers were still buying in there and still propping up the prices of the good companies, minimizing those crashes, and giving a nice diversified exposure for people who only had a small amount of money to play with. So yeah, it's looking good. We're officially, like the ICO is officially on the 8th of April. But we have been in pre-ICO for the last couple of weeks and still taking investments. We're just giving bonuses of nice little Boston watches and, you know, bonus coins and things like that. So some people want bonus coins, some people want a discount, some people want a Boston t-shirt. So we're flexible, you know. It's a small team of less than half a dozen people, and it's run from a laptop, and we can talk to individual investors at the moment until it gets too big. And then obviously we need to change things, but obviously after the ICO, there won't be any more 10% bonuses or t-shirts or things like that, unless we need to really ramp up the marketing.
Cool.
Very good. I think, as I say, that's it for this series. Everybody's been educated, everybody's shared, everybody's done their homework. Quentin's done a lot of work and he's been rewarded abundantly. Mm-hmm. And those of you who actually did your homework would have learned a few things, you know, even just from looking at a few random coins and following that 4-step process. So if you haven't tried that, do that, even on the ones that you think that you know and the ones that your friends are talking about. We've got a message there saying, thanks, Quentin, for all the work that you've done. And I think in 6 or 7 weeks, I managed to profile about 25 coins, mate, and you managed to profile 80. So you're certainly leaving me in the dust, mate.
The beauty of retirement.
Yeah. I'm still trying to juggle 3 different roles. So, but I get distracted easy. I like to have a few things on the go at once. Keeps me entertained. Yeah. So. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Quentin, again, for your participation. Thank you for the guys tuning in. And as I say, I'll be more focusing on the Boston and my own business at the moment. I won't be doing these weekly calls anymore. But hopefully you've learned a lot of stuff, and it's got you from a standing start up to the area where you can actually choose a good coin and invest into those and hold for the long term. And if you like to day trade and you like to get your blood pressure up, then you can certainly do that. You might want to talk to someone else about that, because I'm not going to teach you how to do that.
So how do we get involved in Boston?
The website is bostontrading.co, bostontrading.co, not .com, for the Boston Trading Company. And there's a 30-second video on there. There's a bit about the team. So we've got an Australian lawyer and an American lawyer on board, and a couple of other people from around the world. But as I say, a small team, like half a dozen people at the moment, and just, you know, running it simply and cost effectively, so everybody gets the best return, and a good coin to hold for the longer term, because it does have an underlying value. And obviously, from the trading that will happen inside of there, the portfolio will fluctuate, but not as much as the other coins can fluctuate on a daily basis. So will definitely hold their value and hopefully increase in value for everybody. So very cool. But obviously, yeah, if you want to ask more questions about the Boston coin, then you can get in contact through the website there. So. Oh,
sorry.
Is that you, mate?
Yeah.
Bit of noise.
Sorry,
all good. Yeah. Thank you again, and Quentin, we'll definitely chat further, because I've still got to open your files which you've sent me, and probably
marketing files. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll compare notes on some of those other 80 coins that I haven't got around to researching yet. So I know you're retired and your time is precious to you, mate. But you know, maybe once a week I'll give you a call and say, hey, what should I do here?
Yeah. Well, this is all new. I'm used to the internet marketing side of things, which this is very close to. But
yeah, yeah. Well, it's a new area for everyone. You know, crypto wasn't around 10 years ago. We've had the stock market for a couple of 100 years, and we've had the property market for about 400 years. But you know, we're all learning at this one, so it's going to be an interesting ride, and interesting to see where the world will end up. If you've only got a short amount of time, jump in and read the book, "The Future of Currency," which is available for free on the Cryllionaire site, and just looking at, you know, where we'll be in the future with, you know, people just bypassing governments and bypassing tax offices and bypassing motels and taxi companies, and just everybody sharing peer-to-peer what that future will actually look like, because it's certainly an interesting space to be in. Thank you again for participating. Thank you for those guys watching at home, and I'll chat to you soon.
later.
Cheers.